Anyways, we tend to get a little bit out of balance. So I find myself as the CEO sometimes just trying to keep up and just trying to learn about what's happening in the organizations. The tables have really turned. When we did our re-registration call, is Denise Hyde in here? Hi, Denise. We just did our call with Denise, and I just want to share with you what happened on that call, because I really wasn't prepared for that either. We had decided we would do something a little bit different. We filled out the usual paperwork and told our stories and so on, and we decided it would be so wonderful if we could see Denise. So we decided that we would go into our big auditorium, we would Skype, and that's how we would do our re-registration call. And Cheryl and I had just finished teaching a 3-day Eden Associate training at Sherbrooke, and so we invited the whole class to join us for this phone call. So we went into our big auditorium, and there must have been 50 elders there for this phone call. And I said, you know, who's overseeing this? And they said, well, you are, Suellen. And I said, okay. So I kind of jumped into the fray, and we got connected with Skype. And then Denise, I don't know what it was that you opened things up, but the elders just took over this phone call. And it was so, this was one of the best days of my entire life. So Donovan, who's about 23 years old, couldn't wait to tell Denise that he's working on a graphic novel and that he's going to Comic-Con in the fall. Now, if you watch Big Bang, you know what Comic-Con is? Well, he's going there. And he was so excited about that. And then he talked about how the residents had adopted a village in Sierra Leone. And Deb Schick and Colleen Greenman just did a presentation down in this room on Me to We, and how the school kids were involved in this, and he was so excited about that, and how they were raising money for this village in Africa. And so it was so very exciting. And then Kathleen, who actually is on this slide, she's in the far, is that right? Top right-hand corner. And Kathleen is the most beautiful, British, sophisticated woman. She's 93. And so she got on next, and she said, I've been writing a book. And she told us the title of her book. It was about her family, and it's called My Family and Other Oddballs. And she talked about how we needed to hurry up and get this thing published, because she's 93, you know. And then she wanted to come back on and tell Denise how she's working so hard because she has a showing at the Rouge Gallery downtown in the fall. And so she has to get her paintings done. And then Ian next took the microphone, and he talked about being in the art studio and how important that was and what he was working on. And then Matt, who's our chairperson of Residents Council, got on the phone, or got on Skype, and he said, you know, what I'm really excited about these days is photography. And Matt is a quadriplegic. And the staff have rigged up a camera for him, so he goes around and he's just taking candid shots everywhere. He says, we have this photo club, he said, but we're really trying to get more staff to join. And I thought, isn't that absolutely fabulous? We're really trying to get more staff to join. And then Zizan got on, and she talked about painting functional art and painting bags and selling them because she needed money. And then Donna, who can't speak without the assistance of a manual or an electronic device, needed to tell Denise that she was going to the casino on April the 7th, and this was all spelled out. And then she needed to tell Denise that we were having a great big gala at Sherbrooke to raise money, and she was going. And then the kids from the daycare realized that this was just a big brag session for Denise, and so they insisted on singing for her. You are my sunshine. And, you know, Denise was so gracious. She just let this whole thing flow. It was just absolutely amazing. Anyways, this thing went on, and I don't think we accomplished anything on that phone call that we normally might have. At the end, Denise said, I don't even know what to do with you guys, but our time is up. So anyways, that was our re-registration call. But, you know, I went home that night, and I was just so excited. And I got into my kitchen, and I said to my husband, we have to have a glass of wine. And we sat down. I said, I had the best day ever at work. This is the reason why we get up and do what we do every day. And then I said, I have to have a staff meeting because the care aides weren't all there and the housekeepers weren't all there. And it's because of what they do every day that these folks are living the lives that they're living. I mean, that's the difference that they're making. And so we are going to have that staff meeting and make sure that they can connect their actions to the quality of life that the residents are having now. Anyways, my last story is a little bit about leadership. I work really, really hard to align our mission, vision, and values with everything that we do. And every time I have a staff meeting, we talk about our mission, vision, and one of the values. And our board added love and kindness into our strategic plan, into every one of our core directions. And so we've been working to make sure everything that we do is loving and kind. And you know, in Principle 8, we talk about as management does unto staff, so shall staff do unto elders. And so I thought, I have to be showing my love to the staff, and I do. I have to walk the talk. I have to talk about this. So I got my nerve up, and I decided I was going to tell the staff that I loved them at a staff meeting. And I really do love them. They're amazing people, and I've been there 27 years, so I know a lot of them really well. And so in the staff meeting, I said, so I really want to tell you how much I love you. And there's just kind of like silence, like this awkward silence, sort of like she just told us that she loves us. And then all of a sudden I hear some of this chuckling, and one of our maintenance guys puts up his hand and he said, oh, Suellen, we know that you love us. We're just arguing about which one you love the most. So anyways, those are just some of the stories I wanted to share with you because they inspire me. And I just want to thank my team over there. They make coming to work every day exciting for me, and how privileged we are to do this work. And you know, the way you stay sustained as a leader is you go out and you see the elders and you remember why you're there and you celebrate these amazing moments and you just sort of embrace the brilliance of people that you get to work with. So thank you very much.
Thank you.